Welcome to Latinas Unmasked. From the subreddit from AskReddit, a question to discuss. And the question is, what's the most delusional belief you held as a child?
Ooh. that my father would truly love me. No! I don't know. What would be the biggest delusion?
Oh, that was so dark.
that I think my biggest delusion as a child was that I'm just still laughing at that. That's a daddy issues joke. Oh my god.
No, I laugh so much because I can relate. It's like, don't we all?
Oh my god,
don't we all? Not, I'm not.
Don't we all?
Oh, yeah, no, I can relate so much.
No, but yeah, besides that delusion, I think another thing I was really delusional as a child was that I truly believed that I was going to become like the first woman being the president of Mexico. Like
really?
For some reason I really wanted to be like the first woman to ever become the president of Mexico, and now they are voting between two women to become, the president of Mexico right now in 2024.
Well, but at least, your dream kind of got true. It wasn't you, but at least there's for the first time a woman. Yeah,
exactly.
Progress is happening. So that's that's actually such a inspiring delusional dream.
Right?
Honestly, what?
I had big ambitions as a child, and now I just live of doing some shitty comedy and podcasts. No, that was word. I didn't phrase that correctly. Shitty comedy and good podcasts. Sorry, and high quality podcasts. And,
I see what you think of this.
Sorry, that my English is not so good. Yo no hablar inglés very well. No, sorry. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Honestly, from all the projects I've been doing since 2019, this is like the most professional, high quality project I've been ever involved. So stay tuned, guys.
Yeah. Oh, that makes me happy. It's actually for me too. From all the projects I've been doing a lot. That's the most fun and entertaining one. I just love doing it. It's
definitely
awesome.
What has been your biggest illusion?
I've been trying to think about it while listening to you. Could join you on the daddy issue one and add in with mothers too. But I think the most delusional belief I held was that I someday will get my acceptance letter to Hogwarts. And I'm still hoping, please, it will have to come one day. And then it will turn out that I am, in fact, a wizard. Please. No, but seriously, I really did hope. I really did think there has to be something. I have to be some sort of demigod or wizard or some magic form. Like, it can't be it all. It can't be just this.
Right. But you, as a Harry Potter fan, talking to a muggle like me, tell me, is the belief of Howards as strong as believing in Santa Claus or on that or the Tooth Fairy? Like, do you believe in those things as strongly when you do as a child about, the Tooth Fairy as you do with Howard?
I think for me, not just as a fan, but I think those two stories really had a really great impact on me as a child that really needed, friends. And they kind of could identify myself with Harry and his situation and everything. Not that I'm an orphan, but, somehow just feeling like a lost kid in a way. I knew, obviously, it wasn't real. I knew it wouldn't happen. I mean, I hoped it, and I never really believed that strongly in the Tooth Fairy or not even in Santa Claus. I mean, I knew it wasn't real because my parents never told me about it in a way to make it real because in the end it was still I gave you this gift, so, you need to thank me.
They wanted to get all the credits.
Yeah, no, in that way, I never grew up that intensely with that belief. But I was a kid that, I loved reading fantasy books. and fantasy was my whole world, still is sometimes. That's why I still am trying to write my own fantasy book since 12 years, and one day I might finish it, but yeah, that's another story.
That's another story, yeah.
No, but I always love to believe in magic, honestly.
Right,
I mean, even though I knew it was probably not real and, you know, but I think even as a child and even now, also the reason why I love Disney is just, I love seeing magic and things, and I love, in a way, believing actively in the magic of moments and things, and, you know, going into Disneyland knowing it's not real, but just letting my inner child be free and being inspired by the things and just feeling the magic around you. It just enhances your life so much. Believing in that anything could be possible, and that, you know, magic could be true, that wishing upon a star might grant you your wish that you have. It gives you hope, and it makes life for me in a way more romantic. It's like romanticizing your life, and I still love to do that. And that's also why I just love those stories like Harry Potter. It's just, it even makes school more exciting.
Right. So now you know, guys, love and magic do exist, but in very different ways.
Okay. Yeah. But let's see what people said.
Yeah.
If they had so meaningful things as we had to say. Okay, so the first commenter said, we moved to a town when I was 5 that had a neighborhood with streets named after states. We had moved from out of state and ended up living on the street with the name of the state we'd moved from. I assumed anyone who moved from out of state had to live on a street corresponding to the state they came from.
Oh my God.
So... Okay, I'm trying to think of an example
right now between us. Like,
I don't know a lot of states in America and everything that I could now just recite, but I think in our example that would be kind of, you know, if you lived in Schwyz and then you moved to Zug, but you had to live on a street that was called Schwyz because you came from Schwyz, you know, throwing in Swiss German words.
Wow, that's not a delusion. That's just being stupid. No, no, sorry. What's the next?
Okay,
one?
the next one is. That salt and pepper cancel each other out. Too much salt, add some pepper to the dish. Same if you did too much pepper, just add salt.
That would make sense to me, though.
It sounds kind of actually.
Yeah, like, oh my God, I don't know anything about chemicals or whatever or ingredients, but yeah, why not?
But then again, if you add both, then it tastes like nothing.
All right. Oh my God, that's a good one.
And they added, I ruined many family dinners. And someone added to that, I thought that since there is salt in pea, there's also pepper and shit.
Pepper and shit? What?
Okay, you know, biology. Yeah. Okay, next. That a rum and coke was a Roman Coke. Mom just said it fast. Figured the ancients just liked their Coke that way.
Oh,
that's so cute. Seriously, yeah.
Have you heard about this trend where people ask men, like, when was the last time you thought about the Roman Empire?
Yeah, or what's your Roman Empire in general?
Yeah. What would be your answer to that question? When was the last time you thought about the Roman Empire?
Well, since this is a trend kind of often.
Ever since the question went viral, I've been thinking about it.
My question to you would be, what would be your Roman Empire?
Oh, so something I think about all the time?
Something that is so great, you know, that people thought Roman Empire was the greatest thing ever, that it was the best place to live and be in.
Right.
Like, what would be your Roman Empire?
Oh, good question. I think it would be this library of Alexandria, if I am quoting it correctly. You know, this amazing library that existed thousands of years ago, and where all the documents that were so precious at the time just went burn. Like like they lost so many wisdom and so many knowledge in one night, or just at once. And what would the world be if they had survived?
So your Roman Empire would be to be able to read those.
Yeah, like to be in that time where that library existed and being able to read all the not all of the documents, but like be able to be there with all those people. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, what would be your
honestly a hard question, because apart from loving fantasy, I really love ancient things. I really love the Greek times and the stories. I love
the mythology, Greek mythology.
Yeah. And I love also I love the time period. I love the fashion they had. I love the architecture. I'm just in love with actually the ancient times. And so my Roman Empire would probably be Roman Empire, or the Greek times.
Okay.
I mean, not that I want to give up all my rights and everything, but I am a fan of the medieval times. Just historically, all the things. I'm really interested in those things. And if I could choose to live in a time period, well, I think it would be actually the Roman Empire or something like that.
Really?
But I would just take, some of the things we have today with me, like medicine or, hygiene, the rights. If we could just, take kind of the fashion.
Take the internet with me.
Yeah, just take, take the fashion, take the architecture back.
Right.
Because it's just...
just the good things.
Yeah, when you see all those, it's just the architecture of it is just glorious. You remember when we were in Montpellier?
Yeah.
And
for those who don't know, Montpellier is a student town in France, in the south of France.
And what I loved there, I was amazed by this town because they had so much ancient Greek architecture incorporated into the city. I don't know why they did that, but it was stunning to me. And I'm obsessed with those things. Whenever I see something that has those old architecture, or, that's also why I love to go to museums. I love it. I love going to history. And so my Roman Empire will be Roman Empire.
Or original.
Or the Greek. But yeah, I mean.
Good.
Yeah,
next.
Percy Jackson world. Okay, and the next is that turning on the light in a moving car was illegal.
Yeah, that's a good one. That
I can relate to that one. Every time my dad, he would get pissed. And I know it's dangerous because it makes it really hard to really see as a driver, but still, oh my God, I felt like someone was dying.
Yeah, it was a little bit overreacted, but
yeah. We have two more. The next one is, if I didn't sleep with my whole body covered by my blanket, witches would come in through my window at night and kidnap me. As long as I was under the cover, they couldn't find me. To be honest, I can't say it's delusional because I'm still here, so it clearly did not work. That is a crazy belief as a child, but it has something. Do you also have that fear that if your feet are out, something is gonna just grab your feet?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't know, why do we have this fear? Where does it come from, honestly?
I don't know, but I think everyone feels it. That as soon as they're not completely covered and protected, they're like, oh my God, something is gonna kill me.
But see, those are things that kind of sometimes even scare me about our culture or human beings in general, where you have this weird thing, being afraid of putting your feet out because it feels like someone is going to grab it. Yeah. And it's so random and strange that it feels like it has to be just you. But then you hear it's other people have it too, and it's like, oh my God, you too? But then again, it's also like, why?
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes all back to the cave times, when we used to live in caves, and the chances of being bitten by a snake or whatever were so high that our body just, is normalized to feel that way in case of any natural danger approaches. And maybe our brain, because our brain hasn't developed for, centuries and has remained the same way, that's why we feel that way.
That's so interesting. Okay.
I'm not that dumb as some people believe.
No, but actually that makes really sense. That's amazing. But there are so many things where I feel like, some random quirks that you have or do, where you feel like you have to be the only one that does it because it's so dumb and weird. And then you realize a lot of people do it and you're like, cool, but also why? It's so strange that those are moments where I'm like, is there even something like individuality? I feel like
I
don't
think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, you see so many videos of so many people joking about their family situations, or when they loved that their cousins would stay for a pajama party or whatever. And it's like, I think we're all living the same life, more or less.
Sometimes, yes.
It does feel like that. And the one thing I do like to know, thanks to the internet, is that there are also people besides me that like to talk to themselves when they're alone, or imagine having a music concert at 3 a.m. in their bedrooms, Like, I'm glad to know that there are thousands, if not millions, of people doing that when they're home alone.
Yeah, and I mean, one of those things is the reason why we are sitting now here doing this podcast. Because remember when we talked about having the fantasy in our heads of talking to, a host, just telling them our things from life as if we were super important, and we joked about this and made a huge joke out of this. And that was actually the reason why I was like, if I would do a podcast, it would be so funny to do it with you. Because when we did a reenactment, but when we did a reenactment of this host situation of being a star, it was so funny.
So funny.
So
definitely. That's why we're here.
Yeah, that's why we're here. Like, trust your quirks or whatever. Okay, let's go into the last one.
Yeah.
I can feel that one. If you accidentally swallowed a watermelon seed, you would grow one in your belly.
Oh, I had that one too, but just like for 2 days as a child.
Really? Okay. I didn't have that one, but I had the comment next to this, also under this one. If you swallowed your gum, your stomach would stick to itself. I had that belief.
Oh, right.
I used to swallow my chewing gums all the time, and my mom was always like, don't do it because it will stick together and you will die.
But that's what a lot of Latino parents say. I think that's just cultural thing. I don't know if in other cultures they do that.
Well, apparently, I think.
I think so. So yeah, that's just something that parents tell to their children so that they
because someone replied to that. For me, if I swallowed my gum, I would just flat out die.
But yeah, I know that it's unhealthy, but I don't think it's that extreme that you would immediately die.
Well, no, apparently not, because I did it like 10 times when I was younger.
Right, and you are here.
And I still live.
Oh my God.
Thank goodness. And I think my stomach also didn't stick to itself, but who knows?
Who knows?
We will never find out.